evaluated by Jeff. Welcome, Jeff.
Thank you, Jane. Frank, that was a well-organized speech. To this room full of PhD researchers of Alzheimer's, it was probably a little bit overwhelming, but your slides were well organized. The layout was efficient. It wasn't too overwhelming for the amount of information. It was the appropriate level of complexity. For a room full of PhDs, though, if, the terminology and figures were appropriate. Overusing too many terms like GWAS, where you're kind of insulting their intelligence, I guess is what you would say. Make sure you're not doing that. The pie charts, ancestry, and age breakdown provided a clear overview of what was going on. Your speech had a logic progression. It went from presentation from the clinical problem to the genetics, the methodology, and then the results. It progressed correctly. I have to say that slowing your delivery would be very useful. I know you might have time constraints here versus what you're going to be giving, but you can practice on us. It's difficult for an audience to absorb key concepts, although a room full of PhDs might be slow on what you might think you're slow on what they're telling you. So that you have to factor that in. It shows insecurity when you're actually very competent, when you're too fast with the delivery. Very competent. You shouldn't be insecure about this. You know what you're doing. And the more you can bring that into your speaking skills, it's going to advance you in the eyes of who you're presenting in front of. So what you're doing now is going to affect the rest of your career. Take that into consideration for the work you put into this speech. Don't over-explain basic concepts. Like I said, PhDs already know what a GWAS is. Spend more time on what makes your delivery a novel delivery to them. Things that they don't already know, or things that you may have factored into a understanding that might be a very topical piece of information that's being spoken about amongst the circle. Highlight your key message. Consider using the arrows, circles, and color emphasis to your advantage to draw the most attention to the features that you want to show deliberately, instead of making the audience search for it themselves. Tell the audience what they should take away. Ask the question, what should you take away from this? And then answering, what should you take away from this figure? Answer a question that you ask. Overall impressions, strong scientific foundation. It's conference ready with the refinements. And a room full of PhDs want to hear what matters and how it advances the field, and spend as much time as possible on that, because that's going to get you the most bang for your buck.